Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the final episode of the podcast series Accelerating Growth with Improved Marketing Effectiveness according to the WARC report. I am Sabad, and today we will dive into the last topic, which actually separates business who only survive from businesses that actually lead, and that is the power of foresight. In this episode, I'll tell you what foresight means in marketing, how it supports growth, and how young entrepreneurs can use it to your advantage. Let's get into it. Foresight in business is like a radar. It's the ability to look beyond the present moment. It's like you can sense where the market is actually heading in the future, or the consumers, or even the world. In my experience, whether you are building a startup or scaling a business, being proactive is more important than being reactive. My dad used to say, catch the wave even before it forms. This is foresight. Especially in today's fast-moving world with tech disruptions, changes in customer behaviors, and global events. Companies who plan for tomorrow, today, they thrive. Now let's take a look at what the WARC report says. It emphasizes that foresight is not just prediction, it's preparation. The best companies in the world use foresight to spot weak signals and make strategic choices early. Number one, strategic scenario planning is a must, which means preparing for multiple future paths rather than just one. Number two, foresight should be embedded into the culture of decision making, not just an annual exercise. Number three, organizations need to balance short-term performance with long-term resilience. Business examples. Let's revisit our earlier example of Amazon. Amazon has mastered the power of foresight. Before anyone could have thought that online shopping could replace retail, Amazon was already investing into cloud computing, logistics, and even AI voice assistants. Their move into Amazon Web Services, also known as AWS, that wasn't just luck, it was foresight backed by data and strategy. Spotify is another example. When the music industry was fighting piracy, they came out with an entirely new model based on subscription streaming. Now they are even leaning into AI-based curated playlists and podcasts. Let me add another example and my personal favorite, Netflix. They foresaw the decline of cable and the rise of streaming. That's how they came up with the idea of Netflix. And even impressively, they also foresaw that they had the danger, the threat of losing content because of third-party issues. So they started making their own content, and that's how Netflix original became a thing. Additional research supports all this. For instance, a Deloitte Insight report on strategic foresight suggested that companies with a proper foresight program outperform their competitors by almost 33% in the market cap growth. According to McKinsey, organizations that embrace scenario planning and long-term thinking navigate disruptions far better. Harvard Business Review points that foresight leads to greater agility, especially when paired with good leadership and open communication channels. Here's the takeaway. As a young entrepreneur, don't just focus on today's problems. Build habits and systems that look for future problems and have the power to see problems coming in beforehand. If you want to grow, you can't just respond to change. You have to lead it. That wraps up our final part of this podcast series. I hope each episode helped you understanding how marketing effectiveness, data, and strategic thinking fuels real growth. Thank you very much for sticking with me throughout this journey. Now go out there and start shaping the future.